I'm Staff Sergeant Lauren VERONIE with the United States Army Field Band in Washington, D.C. Today I'm going to talk about vibrato for our power lesson, and there are a couple things to keep in mind with vibrato. Vibrato is a musical effect that helps enhance the sound and adds a musical quality, especially a singing vocal quality to your playing. There are three types of vibrato, and we're only going to talk about one of them today, but just so that you know, the three types of vibrato are lip or jaw vibrato, where the vibrato is created with your face or your lip embouchure, and also a hand vibrato. You might have seen trumpet players doing this with their hands on the valves. And the third type of vibrato is an abdominal vibrato, where you're actually using the abdominal muscles or in your air to make the vibrato effect. For me, most euphonium players tend to use a lip jaw vibrato. I feel that it gives you a greater sense of control over the pitch that you're using, and I think that it helps develop a healthy embouchure. The muscles can have muscle development to create vibrato is important, and I think when you have control over a sound enough to create vibrato, that means you're not pressing too much. So I think it is a healthy advantage to have in your toolbox as a performer. So a couple of ways to start playing vibrato. Things to practice are lip bends. This is a great exercise to get your lips in shape for using vibrato effectively and to control it. So you might just start trying to bend half steps. Always start in the middle register, somewhere that's comfortable for you, and then develop outward and upward as you become more proficient. So. Trying to get the ability to bend your pitch all the way down to a half step. So after you've mastered bending your pitches and you're used to having the embouchure control to do that, you might start practicing adding a little vibrato with a metronome. I think it's important to be metronomic with your vibrato practice at first, and then eventually it becomes natural so that you can do it in a piece and control it at a rate and a speed that you are comfortable with. So the two important things about vibrato are the depth and the speed. The depth or width of your vibrato is how far from your center pitch you're actually moving. So you want to try to stay close to your center pitch and keep your finished product vibrato around it. So you don't want to always be bending below the center pitch or above it, because that makes you sound flat or really sharp. So you want to always have that center pitch in mind. You're just gently straying from it a little bit with the vibrato. So when you're practicing this, it's okay to sound weird at first. You want to make a real big, ugly sound because you're just getting the lips used to how it feels. So I like to start with my metronome on 60, and I'll show you how that goes. I'll put the metronome on 60, and you want to try to think of a rhythm as you're doing it. So think of either an eighth note pattern or a triplet pattern to help you get the beat. Start slow. The speed, the other element of your vibrato, how fast your beats occur, is an important part of developing the skill to be able to do it. So you might go up a scale, practicing that, and practice it widely at first, and then as you play faster, as your speed increases, your width should also decrease. So the faster you're playing, the less wide your vibrato should be, but the more focused it should be. And the finished product should be a focused, spinning, vocal quality sound. Another great way to work on your vibrato skills is to actually listen to recordings of people who are using vibrato, the great singers, cellists, all the instruments that use vibrato in their practice, to develop the sense of where you want to use it, what music it's appropriate for. So it's important that you have the skill to play all of the notes with no vibrato whatsoever, and also that you have the control to add it where you see fit. So these are a few things to work on to help you develop your sense of vibrato, and it's a great skill that I think you will appreciate having in your toolkit as a musician.